Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. I think that's what day it is. Yeah, it's Thursday. Been in quarantine for a couple days, so I'm losing track of what day of the week it is, just like I'm sure you are. But I wanted to jump on here and express some gratitude because in this time of uncertainty, we need to keep our neural connectivity at its all-time strongest with positive energy. We really need to stay in that high vibe energy regardless of what's going on around us, even though I'm feeling all the feels too. Trust me. And I know it's hard, especially when the news outlets are constantly bombarding us with the words such as pandemic, fear, outbreak, hysteria, right? We're seeing anxiety, all these red flashing alerts that is causing a lot of panic within inside of us, even if we are high vibe, very positive people, trust in the Lord. It's still natural and normal to feel stressed. So don't feel alone. It's your human right to feel stress. Okay, it's a bodily reaction, so it's okay. So I'm on here today. I want to share a few highlights as far as what we can focus on. What are some good things that are happening because of this quarantine or outbreak? First is being home with our families, right? I have not spent this much time with my little one. I have a 3-year-old and my fiance in a very long time. Me and Miles have kind of like opposite schedules when we work, if you would. So we do not spend this much time together. My little one usually goes to daycare and she is loving staying home. The other day she goes, Mommy, happy Merry Christmas. And I was like, wow, we're in a pandemic. We're all kind of freaking out. This is all new to us. It's great that we're staying home, but we must be doing something right because my kid just said Happy Merry Christmas, right? So kids are so naive. They pick up on everything, but we're trying to keep her as positive as we can. She doesn't really know what's going on. We talked to her a little bit because she is also asking questions as far as where are her friends, where are her teachers. She does miss them. Talk to her about what is coronavirus, how can we wash our hands, how can we stay germ-free during this time. So I'm sure she absorbs some of it, but this is all very new to her too. So we're trying to keep it as positive, high vibe as we can. We just recently moved to our first house after living in an apartment life for 9 years. So we were super excited. It couldn't have come at a more better time because we have this space, right? We have a backyard now during this quarantine, but I'm not going to lie. We're scared. It's a little scary, right? Because with moving, our budget is completely different now, right? A water bill, we got sprinklers going off every day. We have a bigger square feet, so that's a lot more air conditioning, a lot more monthly payments. And Miles's job just talked about a 25% cut. So I'm not going to lie, we're a little bit scared, but again, this video is to stay positive, to dwell on what we can focus on. So number one, family time, we're loving it. We've done a few science experiments with Araya. We did a slip and slide in the backyard. We got one of those hammocks that you tie on the tree and we've been swinging on that. We've gone on bike rides around the neighborhood, of course, 6 feet. We fed the ducks the other day. And it's really hard for my little one too because she's a little social butterfly, right? She loves hanging out with friends. She's used to hanging out with her cousins that are also 3 years old and 7 years old. And she has a few more cousins, different ages, but she's asking about them. She sees them all the time. She's asking why she can't see them. And when we were going for a walk in the neighborhood the other day, she kept saying hi to all these people riding by. And I'm loving seeing like families ride their bikes past, again, 6 feet. Not to worry. Don't comment, oh my God, stay inside because you're outside and there's bikers. No, it's okay to get some fresh air. We need to stay sane still, 6 feet. But she's saying hi to all these bikers. She's like, oh, I like your bike. I'm like, oh my God, my little one is like dying of this social craving right now. But nonetheless, it's really good that we're spending time with family. Number two, cooking. I have never cooked this much. I'm going to admit it is what it is, right? We eat out a lot. I have never cooked this much in my whole life. And let me just tell you, I'm going to stick to the positive for right now. It's been great, right? Learning new recipes, opening up cookbooks. My little one, she's eating tomatoes. She's eating celery. What? I could never get her to eat those things before this. And I'm not lying. Like the other day, she was literally just gnawing on a celery stick. And I'm like, who are you right now, right? So she's eating more vegetables than she ever did before. So that's really good. What are some other positives? I'm noticing on my feed, I'm on social media a lot more now because let's admit we're stuck inside the house, even though I am still working, clients, what have you. I'm on social media a lot. And I already see a few friends that have started new businesses during this quarantine, right? Our creativity, isolation causes your brain to start thinking, to shut out other noises because you're out of your daily routine. So it sparks more creativity juices. I'm just going to call out a few of them. Megan, so excited for you if you're watching this. She just started a therapy practice. Her background's in mental health and therapy, and she started a therapy practice online. I think she's gonna meet up after the quarantine at like the ocean and different stuff. It's really, really cool. Charles, if you're watching this too, go PBL back in the day, right? I saw he's starting some Christian business. So excited for that as well. I'm seeing a lot of brick and mortar stores are starting to learn the online business model and go digital. And that's a beautiful thing. So I'm seeing a lot of creativity, seeing Johnny, shout out to Johnny, a rap, right? A quarantine rap, like all this creativity. It's so cool. One of the business groups that I'm in online, B School, I saw there's just so many ideas popping everywhere to where somebody was a digital marketer and she said she hasn't done like her digital designs in such a long time because she got caught up in other things. But now that she's in isolation, she started doing them again. And there's people reaching out to her saying like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like I need this right now because everybody's online. And her business is thriving right now. So there's a lot of, number 3 is creativity. I'm encouraging you guys to sink into your creative juices, let them flow during this isolation. I don't want to say everything happens for a reason because when there's a lot of death and scary statistics right now, that's kind of not the thing to say. So I'm not going to say everything happens for a reason, even though I say that a lot. But there's an awakening happening. Right? Big things are happening, scary things. But with this, there's a cleanse, there's a reset, there's a new earth, there's a new life that's going to happen because of this, right? A lot of people are talking about, oh, I can't wait till this quarantine is done so we can go back to our normalcy. What we know as normal is gone, right? We're not going back to normalcy. We're going back to a new earth. So just think about that for a little bit. There's big thoughts that are needing to take place and utilize that time while you're in isolation, while you're not stuck in your 9 to 5 or in the daily hustle and bustle of just life, of getting up, driving to the daycare, going to work, doing dishes, getting laundry, going grocery shopping. Pause, right? This is a big deal. Start thinking about those bigger questions and what you really want out of this life. And make it happen. There's no reason to say like, oh, I'll do it when I have time. Honey, you got a little time right now, right? I just want to say shout out to the folks that are essential workers that are on the front line right now, because God bless you. But again, staying positive, staying focused on what else we can focus our energy on. I see a lot more people being technologically savvy, right? More than ever, people are on Zoom, video conferencing, face chatting. My mom, she doesn't have a smartphone or iPhone. The other day, she's like, oh, but I know how to use Snapchat. I can call you on Snapchat. I was like, Mom! So we talked on Snapchat video conference the other day, if that's how you call it. And I thought that was really cool. I FaceTimed my nephews and I'm seeing, I teach at Palm Beach State, And I'm seeing all the classes are going digital, and we're in this faculty adjunct Facebook group, and there's a bunch of people helping each other out, right? The folks that have no idea how to go digital, how to put your tests, your exams, your coursework online, they're figuring this stuff out, right? We're going digital, and it's a lot more convenient, and a lot of ideas are going to spur from this. Also, the girls at the YMCA, the trainers, I am loving seeing Zumba classes and boot camp and HIIT all be digital right now from the leisure of your house. Like, community is being formed like no other right now, and it's kind of hard because this pandemic is unlike others catastrophes, especially in Florida with like hurricanes. We're used to helping each other out in person, but when you can't help each other out physically, it's kind of hard, right? Because the first thing you want to do is like meet up, help each other, lend a helping hand, but it's like, oh, I gotta lend a digital high five now. Like, we have to be creative. Everybody's going to the online space. So nonetheless, and yeah, I think those are some good things to focus on as far as positivity. I'm sure there's more. I've seen people share like there's less pollution in the air because people are not driving their cars right now. Plants are shut down. People are staying inside their house. Animals, there's a lot more animals out around the world. So there's a lot of good that is coming out of this drastic time right now. So I know that it's hard to focus on the positive, especially if you're dealing with financial crisis, health crisis, emotional crisis. Your life is kind of upside down right now, but I want you to also know that there's unity, that there's positivity, that there's love, that there's empathy, that things are going to be okay, because I trust in the higher powers, and God is watching over us, and we will be okay. So I want you to focus on the good, find the positivity. It's out there. And I'm going to be sharing more videos. If you like my content, you can definitely go to www.annakgallagher.com, and I'm going to be posting a whole bunch of different blog posts, videos, free downloads and resources, all free content, because I feel now more than ever we need to focus on the positive, and we're being called into action, and we need to act. The time is now. Stay safe, stay healthy, love you guys, and have a great rest of your day. Find the good.